morning, everyone. Bob here, and welcome to a diaphragmatic workout. A workout that focuses on your diaphragm muscle. Your diaphragm muscle is one of the 4 major core muscles in your body. And it's all about breathing and taking in oxygen so you can do a better job at performing life. The diaphragm is a muscle that is dome-shaped, and it lies underneath your rib cage here in sort of a upside-down crescent. It separates your chest cavity from your abdomen. And every time you take a deep breath in to get that oxygen into your body, the diaphragm pushes these organs in your abdomen down and out of the way. That's why your belly sticks out, because the diaphragm is making room for your chest cavity to fill up with oxygen or air. The diaphragm is also controlled by a big nerve going from your skull down to the diaphragm. It's called the phrenic nerve, and the phrenic nerve is controlling that muscle. So all of the exercises we're going to do today, from the warm-up right down to the meditation at the end, involve the diaphragm and keeping it strong and healthy. So I'm going to warm up my neck and my head by doing the owl routine to tell my phrenic nerve up here to communicate with my diaphragm down here that I'm going to need it for this workout today. So just follow along. Just turning my head slowly from side to side. When I get over to the right side this time, I'm going to take my chin and try to put it on my shoulder. Over to the left and try that. One more time, slowly. Right side. And left. Chin to shoulder. Slowly back to center, and then looking up and down. Bring your chin to your chest. Again. Neutral. Just turn it one little tiny bit to the left, and then look down with your chin. Back up, a little tiny bit to the right, not all the way over there, and then look down with your chin. And up. Let's try that one more time. Left. A little bit of a turn, look down. And to the right. I like to do this very slowly, this owl routine, because my neck is so important. Back to center. Okay, I'm going to grab my head, put my hand at the top, and pull it this ear to this shoulder. 1, 2, 3. Neutral. Try it again. Maybe a little further this time. 1, 2, 3. Neutral. One more time, a little bit further. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Switch sides. Just gently pull it ear to shoulder a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Back to neutral. A little bit further. 3, and back to center, and a little bit further. 1, 2, 3. Good work. Let's warm up the rest of our body. Part 2 of my warm-up involves working the whole body from top to bottom. So let's just some step touches here. You just step, touch. And I move my arms, and I have learned from other workouts that I should try to cross my legs and my arms as much as possible to turn on both hemispheres of my brain, the creative side and the practical side. I need both of those for this workout. So I'm just step touching, crossing the legs and the arms. And then I'm going to reach across my body, across the center line, tap my toes, and reach. Remember, this is the warm-up. Everything is gentle, and I'm trying to work the top of my body and the bottom of my body at the same time, using both sides of my brain. I'm going to pull my arms down and my legs up. Now I'm going to cross over here just to make it a little bit more focused on both sides of my brain. And I'm going to touch my feet at the back of my body. Let's try the pull down again at the front. And then the crossover at the front, pull down. And then touch the heels. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together and kick my butt. Little hamstring curl here. Straighten my arms out to do the same thing. Open up my chest. Remember, that diaphragm is the muscle between your chest and your abdomen. Good, good. Shake everything out. That's part 2 of the warm-up. So I'm going to place one foot in front of the other, and the one that's at the back is on a 45-degree angle. The one that's on the front pointing straight ahead, and my heels are lined up on the same plane. And then I'm just going to reach forward with my arms and reach back with my arms. So the palm on the front arm is facing down and the palm on the back arm is facing up. And as I reach forward and lean forward, my knee down there goes over top of the middle of my foot. Otherwise, my feet don't move. And I'm starting to improve the range of motion of my shoulders and my arms. I need oxygen to do that, right? So hopefully my diaphragm is starting to work better. And try to lean a little bit further forward, keeping my back pretty straight. And since we do a lot of sitting, eating, watching TV, using a computer, driving a car, let's switch sides here. So one foot is forward, toe straight ahead. The other one is back, 45-degree angle. Line up the heels, reach. Make sure you, as you lean forward, keep the weight over top of the middle of your foot. That knee has to be in the right spot. Really reach with that shoulder, arm, arm fingers. Spread the fingers apart. Keep the palm down at the front and up at the back. Anyway, as we do a lot of sitting and leaning forward with our shoulders, we put a lot of pressure on that diaphragm, and it sort of gets squashed between your ribs and your abdomen there, and it doesn't work very well. So we want to open up our chest by working the shoulders. You need nice, flexible, lots of range of motion in those shoulders. Good. One more. Good. Just stand with your feet in neutral here, shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider, toes pointing straight ahead. And we'll just do some little mini squats. Palms facing down. So we're sitting in the chair that isn't there, pushing our tailbone back, putting a lot of pressure on the outside of our feet so we don't fall over. And as we do these mini squats, we're going to raise our arms a little higher, just a little higher. Yep, I'm starting to breathe a little deeper. I can feel it in my breath. How about a little higher with the arms? Not only should I reach up higher at the front, but I'm going to reach up higher at the back. Squats are great for your overall health. Just one more. All right, shake it all out. I'm just going to swing the one arm. Doesn't matter whether it's your left or your right. Swing it. But as I swing it, I'm going to turn my hand so my palm faces in different directions. Facing up, facing down, facing to the side, maybe facing to the other side. So you just swing your arm and turn your palm, working that rotator cuff in your shoulder. Can you swing it a little higher? And at the back too? And when you're ready, maybe you can go all the way up and around. Can you go the other way? Back, up, and around. Good. Shake that out. Try the other one. Just swing it. Change the direction of your palm. And up again a little higher at the front and maybe at the back. Seems to be a little bit easier on this side for me. I don't know. Maybe you better work on the other side more. Way up, way up. Can we go all the way around? Can we keep the arms straight and close to our body? Can we go the other way? Good work. Shake that out. Now we're going to do a swim. So we're in the pool. No, you don't have to stand completely steady here with those feet. You can move around if you want and swim. A few steps forward and a few steps back. And when I'm in the pool, I don't know about you, but I like to breathe. So when I turn my head to the side, I get a breath, blow out, get a breath, blow out, get a breath, blow out. Get a breath, blow out in the water. Let's try breathing on the other side. So I turn my head out, get a breath, blow out. Get a breath, blow out. Get a breath, blow out. Good, one more, blow out. Good, shake that out. Now I'm going to do the backstroke. When I do the backstroke, I gotta use both of my arms. So one at a time. There goes one, the other one. So I'm changing my palm direction to work the rotator cuff. My whole body is moving, hips, shoulders, lots of wiggling going on here. I can walk back if I want to get those feet working too. Walk forward, stand still, get the arms straight and close to your body, but your head is stabilized. It doesn't move when you're doing the backstroke. Good work. Now I'm going to put my feet together and maybe my knees together as I do a little mini squat, and I push the water back. I'm doing the breaststroke. Yep. Now if you knew how to do the diaphragmatic breathing properly, because you had practiced and practiced and practiced, they call it belly breathing too. If you knew how to do that without thinking about it, your brain would automatically use that method of breathing when you were working out, because you need more oxygen to move more body parts. Just do one more of these. Good. Now I'm going to get my legs far apart to finish the swim off here with my butterfly. So I'm just going to go around in circles with my arms, maybe change my palm direction, maybe not. But as I come to the front, I'm going to sit into the chair with my hips. If you just make little circles and a little bit of sitting in the chair as your arms come to the front, that's okay. But maybe you could slow it down and end up with some really big circles. Push your knees out on an angle there, over top of the toes, in the middle of the foot there. Butterfly. It's kind of like a backstroke, isn't it? Except it, and a front stroke, except that your arms are straight. Good, shake that out. Now I'm going to do one more shoulder workout with my garden pole. So you don't have to stand still using this garden pole, but if you want to, you can. But I'm just going to move my arms, palms down, up and down, move the pole up and down. Keep the garden pole parallel to the ground. Just up and down here. And when you get used to that range of motion, go up a little higher. And I like to have a wide grip here. My thumb is on one side, my fingers are on the other. Got a pretty wide grip. And as I go higher up, I get a wider grip. I'll move back so you can see what happens at the top. Right. So my arms are not bent, they're straight. And I'm going right over top of my head with the pole. And maybe I can go a little bit past the top of my head. So I need a wider grip. A little bit past. Ooh. As soon as I go too far, it's called the unhinge. You're not really unhinging your shoulders, but you're working more of the parts of your shoulders when you go past the top of your head and start to come down the back to do the unhinge. But let's just take it up, hopefully just to the top of our head, maybe a little bit of the unhinge. And one more. One more. Good. Shake that out for a sec. And then let's grab a hold of the garden pole and place it in the back of your body with your palms facing the front. And then just lift it up. Just a little bit at first. And as you feel more comfortable with the range of motion in your shoulders, you can lift it a little higher. Just don't bend. Just stand up nice and tall. Everybody's different, so everybody will be able to get the bar up at different heights. no pain. Remember, if you feel pain, you back off. But great for opening up the chest so that your diaphragm will work better. And just one more. Good, shake that out for a second. Let's just finish off with maybe a canoe ride. So I'm going to put my feet closer together because I'm inside a skinny little boat called a canoe. And I'm going to grip this thing, one hand at the top, palm facing me, and the other hand at the bottom with the grip, palm facing away. But I'm going to run the paddle along the side of my canoe, really close to the canoe, and then skim the top of the water with a paddle that's parallel to the water. And then, so as I do this, I do a mini squat again. So, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. And for any of you that have been in a canoe and you've been paddling the proper way, which is like this, you got to switch sides every once in a while, otherwise the canoe will go around in the circle. Maybe I'll do 4 on each side. There's the 4th one. Keep it close to the canoe, that vertical stroke. Having fun? Are you on the Grand River? Isn't it beautiful? Have you ever tried canoeing or kayaking or rowboating or boating down from Cambridge to Paris? Checking out all the flora and fauna along the way? Good work. I've chosen to sit down today to do the diaphragmatic or the belly breathing. You can lie down, but I've chosen to sit down. And I'm sitting down, but I'm sitting up straight. I want my posture to be as good as I can get it, so that my diaphragm has every opportunity to work to its potential. And remember, it's underneath your rib cage here, and it separates your chest cavity from your abdominal cavity, where all the organs are sitting. So I'm going to put one hand over my belly button and the other one over my chest or my heart. And when I take a deep breath in through my nose, my diaphragm will push all the organs in my abdomen down to make room for my lungs to expand with oxygen. And when the diaphragm is pushing the organs down, of course, the belly starts to stretch out because everything's getting jammed down here by the belly button area. So when I take this deep breath in through my nose, I can feel my belly expanding. And then when I blow out through my mouth with a pursed pair of lips, my belly contracts and the air or the carbon dioxide comes out of my mouth. That's how it works. So to help it along here, when I take the deep breath in through my nose, I'm going to push my belly out. And when I blow out through my lips here, I'm going to suck my belly into my spine. So here I go. I can even push too. Now, it's all about blowing out or exhaling, getting rid of the carbon dioxide. So when I'm exercising today or at any other time, no matter what I'm doing, in the pool, going for a walk down the street, or actually doing some aerobics, I'm not thinking about breathing in through my nose and blowing out through my mouth. I'm just thinking about blowing out through my mouth. And the longer I blow out, the more I get out, making room for, in my lungs, great oxygen. And then sometimes I go, no, I got to breathe in through my nose, not my mouth. Because sometimes when I'm swimming in the pool, I can't breathe in through my nose because there's water in there. See, I can close my mouth, but I can't close my nose unless you put plugs up there. But I just sort of try to do my best to blow out for a long, long time. And then hopefully my brain says, breathe in through your nose, filter the air. So let's try it again. Belly button, heart or chest. The more you practice, the more permanent the action gets. Practice makes permanent. Your brain will remember if you practice to do something right. And you won't have to think about it anymore. It'll just work perfectly without you worrying about it. Okay? A healthy diaphragm is very important for great heart health and great breathing health. And so we're going to go for a walk today and do some walking aerobics. But we're going to stay right in our own home to do that. And you need about this much space to carry out this aerobic walking workout. We're going to also incorporate some resistance training into the workout. That will help our heart and our breathing also. And we're going to do 4 moves. We're going to march, we're going to step touch, we're going to kick in front, and the 4th one is bringing the knees up. We're going to start off with those 4 moves in a warm-up so you can get used to doing them. And then we're going to up the ante. We're going to increase our heart rate, and we're going to do that by changing the music to a little faster pace, and we're going to move our arms as well as carry the water or the weights. So follow along. I know you can do it, and do your best. It doesn't matter what foot you started on. You can go to the left or the right when we do our step touches. Just march, warming up. In 4, 3, 2, step touch. Step touch. Pretty simple. Little steps, big steps, whatever you want. Just warming up. In 4, 3, 2, let's kick it right here. Kick in front. You don't have to lift your feet too high off the ground. Keep your legs pretty low. Warming up in 4, 3, 2. Let's do the knees. Up, up. Even a little bit. Up. So our heart is working, and our diaphragm is helping the respiration, trying to get oxygen into your muscles. But we're not working too hard. I'm not even thinking about breathing in through my nose or blowing out through my mouth. I'm just trying to concentrate on the movements. But you know, march. I think we're going to speed it up. I think we're going to change the music, go a little faster, and also move our arms. March in here. And let's use those arms and pump. Keep them close to your side. Good work. 4 more. 3, 2, step touch right here. If you want to cross over, go ahead. Good work. Feel your heart beating faster? I do, because I can tell by my breath. Come on, diaphragm, help me out here. I need oxygen. 4, 3, 2, kick it out. Kick, kick. Use the arms. Kick, kick. Even though the music goes a little weird here, keep going. Kick, 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 kick. Yep. You can feel the heart beating. Kick, 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 kick. 4, 3, 2. Knees, arms. Pull the sky down to meet the legs. Come on, music. You help us out. That's it. So when you use the upper body along with the lower body and you add some resistance, your heart rate will go up. 4, 3, 2, march. Almost done. 4, 3, 2, step touch. We don't have to do this for an hour. We'll get the effect. Come on, diaphragm. 4, 3, 2, kick it out. Kick, kick. Use the arms. Kick, 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 kick. 4, 3, 2. Come on, knees. Almost done. Slow it down. Let's cool down. We'll change the music. That's it. Marching on the spot. Slow those arms down too. Good work. So we warmed up with the 4 moves. We increased our heart rate and our respiration, our diaphragm there, with the 4 moves, using the upper body and the water, and then we're cooling down here. Ready? Good work. 4, 3. Let's step touch right here. Step touch. Don't worry about the water or the arms. Just relax. So the theory out there now about your healthy heart is all about your heart rate. Getting your heart rate up into your 80% target zone of your capacity to work that hard. 80%. That's it. Kick a little bit here. Anyway, and how quickly it'll go from beating really fast down to a resting heart rate. The faster that happens, the healthier it is. Water, drink that water all day long. You need it, especially when it's hot out. We're just cooling down here. Almost done. Good. Okay, so I would do something like that 3 times a week with a warm-up, increase everything, and a cool down. Not too much of it. Maybe 4 exercises, 3 times a week. We're working on the diaphragm, and we don't want our diaphragm to be all scrunched in under our rib cage from all the bending and sitting and computers and TV that happens in our lives. We want to open up the chest. So we're going to take our hands and put them behind us, but we're going to grab, with one hand, we're going to grab the wrist of the other and pull it down. So I'm standing here looking like I'm not doing anything, but I'm standing up as tall as I can. Hopefully my ears are over my shoulders. My feet are shoulder width apart. And I'm pulling my one arm down with the other hand, and it looks like that at the back. And how long do I hold a stretch? The longer you hold it, the more benefit you get from it. And we always stretch after we do most of the tough exercises in our workout, the exercises that require a lot of moving. We've got our muscles warm, so now is the time to stretch. If you do the stretching after you do the main exercises, you probably won't feel any pain or any soreness the next day. So when you're doing this on your own, you could put me on pause right now and make sure that you hold that arm behind you, pulling it down with the other hand for at least 2 minutes. But right now I'm going to let go and shake them out. So I'm going to grab this one behind with this hand right at the wrist and pull it straight down, standing up nice and tall. And hopefully I can make it to 120 seconds. Because I want the most benefit from my workout. And I get that by doing a great stretch. The longer the better. You know, sometimes they tell you to just stretch for 30 seconds or 50 seconds, 60 seconds. That's good. Better than not stretching at all, but 2 minutes is the one figure that we want to work toward. Okay? So let's just say that's 2 minutes for that stretch. So that's a shoulder stretch. The next one is a back stretch and a front stretch, and I'm going to call it the bends. So I'm going to reach up, way up overhead with my arms, and I'm going to go back a little bit, keeping my head between my arms and create a little bit of an arch, more than I normally have in my low back. And then I'm going to not hold it there. I'm going to come all the way down and keep my legs straight and see how close I can get my fingers to the floor. Trying to get my head down there too, but not for long. Then I'm going to come back up. Okay, and I'm going to do 3 of these. They're dynamic stretches because I'm not staying in one spot in one static position. I'm just slowly moving through 2 positions. And I'm doing it 3 times, and that's 2 times. Here comes the 3rd one. You can't see my toes because I don't want you to see that I can't reach them with my fingertips. No, I just don't have enough room in my house. Okay, here comes the static part of the stretch. I'm ready. I warmed up. I'm going to lean back and hold it. Feet are shoulder width apart. Arms are straight. Head's looking up with the arms. And I'm creating a little bit more of an arch in my lumbar spine than normal. And how long do I hold it? You got it. 2 minutes. But for the sake of time today, or you can put me on pause and hold it longer, I'm going to slowly transition into the bend. And when I get down there, my legs are straight, my arms are straight, my head's between my arms the best I can get it, and I just hold it there. How long? You know. Let's just say that was 2 minutes. So I'm going to slowly bring my hands up my shins, over my knees, over my quads, and put them on my hips. That was my bend stretch for my torso and my back, keeping the diaphragm always at my focus. Now I'm going to do a side stretch, so I'm going to take one arm, doesn't matter which one it is, keep the arm straight, reach it up, and when I get it over my head here, I'm going to push my hip on that side away from my center of gravity there, keeping the arm overhead straight, and then slowly come back. Put my hand on my hip, let this one go, and push the arm up and the hip in the direction of where the arm was, and lean, and come back. Other side. This is the dynamic warm-up part to this stretch. And it's twice, one more time, once on each side. Just warming up the side stretch. Okay, now I'm ready to hold each side for 2 minutes. Here comes the first one. And just hold it there. Think about good things. Good people, good food, good places to visit for 2 minutes. But because I'm going to move on here, I'm going to do the other side, and you're going to put me on pause and hold it for 2 minutes. Good. There you go. That's the side stretch, side bend. And then I'll do one more, and this is a diaphragm stretch too. It's the twist. So with my hands again, right out in front of me, palms down, in a little tiny bit of a squat, I'm going to turn to the left or the right, doesn't matter which one, keeping my knees right out in front, and hold it there, but not for long. I'm going the other way, keep the arms parallel to the floor. We'll just warm up this twist stretch. And you got to be careful when you're twisting. Thank goodness we did those aerobics to warm up all of our major muscle groups, because if you tried to twist when your body was cold, you might hurt yourself. Only one more on each side for the warm-up part to the twist. Okay, you ready? Here we go. We're going to hold each side, a little bit of a squat, knees come over top of the feet, the toes, and then twist. No pain. If there's any pain, it might you might feel discomfort, but there's no pain. If you feel pain, you just back off. You hold it for 2 minutes. And then when you're ready, you do the other side for 2 minutes. It's only 120 seconds. I'm sure you can think about all kinds of things that are positive too while you're doing your stretches. So that was 2 minutes. So those are 3 stretches for your diaphragm. We're going to wrap up this workout with a meditation. This is a very important meditation. There's different kinds of meditations that I've shared with you over the videos that I've made, but this one is probably the most important. It's called journal writing. I don't know if you can tell where I am. I'll show you a painting that my son did of a girl at the beach. And maybe I'll point to that. Yeah, that's a shower. Yep, you guessed it. I'm in my bathroom and I happen to be sitting on the throne. Will I show you that? No. But I will show you my magic pen here. It's my favorite pen. Why is it my favorite pen? Because it just writes without any problems. It doesn't have to be a pen that you're going to use for this meditation, but that's what I use. And then this is my little journal book. It's not very big. Doesn't say anything on the outside. And it's got, oh, I should show you a little wire coil spine there, because when I turn the pages in it, it's easy to turn the pages. And every page represents a different day. And I want you to get yourself a journal. You can get it anywhere, dollar store, anywhere. It's inexpensive. Get yourself your favorite writing tool. No computers, no phones for this meditation. Nope, it has to be a writing tool the old-fashioned way, and paper inside a little book, a little special book. So what you do then is at the end of the day, when you're all set, almost ready for the bed, okay? Maybe you're in the bathroom, maybe that's where you like to just go before you go to bed. Maybe you have another favorite spot, but I want you to sit and very, very quietly, all on the same page. Remember, each day is a different page. I want you to make sure you put the date. I want you to make sure you put the temperature. And then I want you to give that page a title. And I want the title to be something about wellness. For example, if you wanted to just talk about the healthy food that you ate that day, that's what you could do. You could write about it, you could draw pictures, you could write poetry, diagrams, but it would be about the healthy food that you ate that day, because healthy food contributes to your wellness. And that's what this is all about. Okay? When you finish with it, you just close it up, put it away, and go to bed, and pleasant dreams. You might only write a little bit, or draw a little bit, or comment a little bit. Sometimes you might have so much to say, you'll be there for 10, 15 minutes working on this journal, this wellness journal. Okay? But remember, each day is a separate page. You need the date, the temperature. Sometimes I just draw a sun and put the temperature inside the circle, or clouds with rain or whatever, but the temperature, and a title, a wellness title, and then information. And if you really wanted to be systematic about this, because I don't care what information it is, as long as it's about wellness. If you wanted to, you could maybe one day write about the warm-up that you did that day when you exercised. Just the warm-up. The title might be warm-up. Okay? It's not that you can't have lots of warm-up pages in your book. You could. But you could do a warm-up. Then you could do maybe a shoulder page, maybe a page about balance, maybe an aerobic page, a weights page, a cool down page, the golden 8 page. Maybe you could do something about how you manage stress in a positive way. So a page about stress management. Maybe a meditation page where you just describe one of your favorite meditations. Because if you do that, then you'll end up with a wellness protocol. Easy to find, easy to understand, logical, something that makes perfect sense for your wellness. Okay? So that's your idea for meditation today. And do I do it? Well, I've been doing it now, believe it or not, for 10 years, every day. How many of these do I have? A lot. Do I show them to anybody? No, just me. Are they private? Like, can anybody read them? Sure. Do my family members want to read them? No. So, I think you should start like tomorrow. I think you should go out, maybe to the dollar store, get yourself a wellness book and your magic writing utensil, and get on it. If you want to email me sometime or phone me and tell me that you've been doing it and you're proud of yourself, I'd love to hear from you.